What a piece of junk. This is the second antenna this month. If they keep breaking at this rate, we'll have another great blackout in no time. Let's go home. Or you know what? Let's visit the museum. Maybe looking at our glory days will make me feel better. I'm sure it used to be beautiful here before, but now the world is a trash heap. A burning trash heap full of sand in shanty towns. All we can do is to keep it burning for a moment longer. My dad tried to save it once, and now he is a fugitive. If he survived, if we can ever find out what really happened. All right, let's go look at some dusty artifacts. Are you coming with me, Ayla? That globe represents the size of balls that the WSA used to have before the Great Blackout. Why is this cute girl sitting here all alone? Want to know what they call us outside these walls now? The Worthless Space Agency. They got the moon rover back from the moon into the museum. And literally no one cares. Everyone is too busy surviving. Ah, this is the lunar base, where my dad used to work. It is where most of Earth's energy is generated, and sent back via the MPT. You know, the dish I was working on earlier. Although without the Project Fortuna, none of it would be working now. And who knows where it would be. Wasn't there a game about that? I always wanted to know what happened back then, while I slept.
Can you hear me?
Dad?
It's all right. I'm going to get you out of there now.
As much as I love my dad, someone has to say it.
I'm sorry.
My dad's a
Took the last arc and escaped.
That's the last time I saw Dad. I'm fine. Just remembering it always feels... I'm fine. Let's go play that game. At least it will let me pretend my astronaut training was good for something. That is some seriously ancient tech. Let's see how it handles.
There was a time when resources seemed endless. But in 2030, the great energy crisis began. With hardly any resources left on our world, global powers created the World Space Agency to look beyond the Earth for answers. The answer was found in helium-3, a powerful isotope discovered in abundance on the Moon. With it, humanity could satisfy its energy demand for decades to come. And so, in 2032, mankind colonized the Moon. Spearheaded by the Lunar Council, the WSA constructed several permanent settlements to harvest and process helium-3. The resulting energy was transferred to Earth through a revolutionary energy network, the Microwave Power Transmission, or MPT. For a time, all seemed well. Then, one fateful night in 2054, the lights went out.
That
No
must have
energy.
been scary down here. Luckily, I've slept through all
The
of it.
MPT had gone offline, and communication with the lunar colonist was lost. Without earthly resources to launch a full-scale rescue mission to the Moon, the World Space Agency was shut down permanently in 2055. But a small group of former WSA colonists refused to accept humanity's bleak future. Determined to discover the colony's fate and to restore the MPT, they've been preparing their mission in an abandoned desert launch facility. Now, in 2059, they are ready to launch an astronaut to the Moon. What awaits is unknown and unforeseeable, but the mission is clear. Deliver us the Moon.
Yeah. How Claire managed to pull this off is still beyond me. I am really not sure if I should be doing this, flashbacks and all. But I guess we are here now, so...
Friends and family of the missing lunar colonists gather all around the world tonight in remembrance of the 2054 MPT blackout that resulted in a global power outage and the loss of contact with the lunar colony. The blackout caused global turmoil, which ultimately led to the closure of the World Space Agency 1 year later. In other news, the recent formation of the largest dust storm on record has prompted climatologists to readjust their forecast of the equatorial desert's growth rate. As a result of the new storm, the desert could soon cover 30% of the globe's landmass. Several governments have pledged support for refugees, despite reports of resource shortages. The dust storm is expected to hit residential zones between the northern 49th and 50th latitude lines by late afternoon, and pass over the World Space Agency's former MPT ground station in the Adirau Desert. Authorities have imposed a mandatory evacuation of the impacted areas. For countries north of the equatorial desert, temperatures are expected to be a mild 46 degrees Celsius. This was Nicole Tate for World News 1.
Oh,
September
we're
16,
live.
2059.
No controls
Wishing you
check,
a
huh?
safe and
I'm
happy
guessing
day.
this is not a Halo game. Tombs from the Lost Lands. A cheerful reading for your last day on Earth. A story within a story. That gives away the story. How original. Oh no, I hope I won't have to memorize those. The ones for the new rocket were quite enough already. Claire sure doesn't seem to like automatic sequencers. Or touch screens. Great. The same thing in yellow. Makes me wonder if I should memorize it.
We're ready to start the mission. Do you copy?
Claire. Boss bossy as always. Let me look around first. I'd like not to miss any achievements. Excuse me while I spool through the 4 minutes of me reading every article.
Fortuna, are you there? Fortuna 1, are you reading me?
No, sis. I was reading the articles. Okay, enough horsing around. Let's do this.
Ground control to Fortuna 1, this is Claire. Please confirm radio contact.
Loud and clear. Sis.
Radio contact confirmed. Make your way to the launch platform and prime the rocket for liftoff. We have to launch before the dust storm hits.
Anything else I can press here? Guess not. Not yet.
There she is, the Taurus 5. It took us 4 years to get her ready for launch. But you need to hurry. The dust storm will hit this area in a few hours. If we don't succeed now, the Fortuna mission will be over for good.
An MPT dish. Yeah. That's what got me interested in science. Nope. Nothing here. Well, I guess they couldn't have modeled everything. A pity I can't go visit for real. It has been buried in sand for a while now. Foreshadowing. Did they really have to include that? A catchy blurb, Dad. Except you've still got to generate it somehow. I didn't think they'd put me in this game. I was what, like 5? Damn it. Let's flush those thoughts. And see if we missed anything. Huh, I guess we did. I didn't have to squint so hard at my screen. Should I memorize this? I'd really like to close that door. The sand will make a mess of this place. I hope I can jump higher than that on the moon. To the stars. Well, unfortunately just to the moon this time. Humanity's last mission to space. Damn. Is this a part of the rocket startup sequence? Well, we did launch, just the wrong rocket. I guess we are walking. Hey, it works. I'm grateful for little
You're on your way
things.
up to the facility. The control center is located on the top floor. There you can prime the rocket for launch. It's been 5 years since we last received a microwave power transmission from the lunar colony. At first, no one believed it would be possible to transmit energy from the moon back to Earth. But the WSA proved the skeptics wrong. Just like you will, when you get the MPT back online.
What's he holding? An ASE? He looks a bit like one of those suits of armor in Dark Souls that are going to attack you when you aren't looking. But I am guessing it is not that kind of game. Something is telling me I'll need this. You know, it does look a whole lot like the ESA logo, doesn't it? That is not getting any better. Can't use the keyboard. That's sad. Thankfully, they kept those short enough to remember. I'd hate to have to keep notes. You shall not pass! In other words, another purely decorative door. Should probably keep it closed, sandstorm and all. But it is just too darn dark in here. Yep, lack of maintenance can also get you cooked if the frequency is just right.
This building once functioned as part of the WSA, but it's been our home for many years now. I still can't believe you'll be leaving here for good soon. The desertification of this whole region won't take long after the storm passes through.
Surprise, surprise. It didn't take long. Well, we'll soon find out, won't we? Why couldn't they use escape to close dialogue windows? Like normal people. I wonder what that elevator is for. That's where we are heading. Huygens. That was where they tested cryosleep pods. I wouldn't be surprised if the Lunar Council was involved in that somehow. You can't see it on the stream, but I got an achievement for that. Sorry, had to cut a few moments of running around like a headless chicken. Huh. How come hers doesn't have a name? Clearly failed to find out how to scroll here. Likely the answer is from Sarah Baker, who is a software engineer, but should have been able to tell her that the holographic system has very peculiar restrictions in place. Damn escape button. I'll have to edit the rest of those derps out. I wonder if they were fans of No Man's Sky. I swear, that game had the worst collection of UI choices I've ever seen. Can't zoom in any better here, but I can roughly tell you what happened. The Huygens cryosleep facility failed, killing most of the test subjects inside. If I remember right, only 4 people survived. One of them was Maria Gonzalez, who is now leading Project Fortuna. Another was, unfortunately, William MacArthur, the head of the Lunar Council, who prevented a full investigation with the excuse that entering the facility is not safe. The third one was Rosa. I'll tell you more about her later. And I can never remember the fourth guy. I've heard he became a bit of a conspiracy nut after that. The candles are probably for Maria's flight mates that did not wake up. Maria never really got over that incident. Can't blame her.
The control center is located on the top floor of the facility. The dust storm is approaching fast. Let's go.
Luckily, this is just a game. Otherwise, I wouldn't be dawdling around. That looks like the Chekhov's gun, just ladder shape. Got stuck there for a moment. Power cells. That's one way to make storyline dialogue impossible to miss. That looks like there have been a bunch of people working here not too long ago. I assume they all left ahead of the approaching dust storm, except for Fortuna 1.
Isolated 3 plausible causes for the MPT blackout. 1, the transmitter at Pearson Space Station.
Claire, there you are. Come on, we're celebrating in the other room. Everyone is looking for you.
I need to go over this one last time, Maria.
We've been over it before, multiple times. We're good. Come, it's time to join the party.
It won't take long. I'll be right there.
A true Johansson. Once he set his mind to something, I could never convince him either. You're just as stubborn as your father.
Probably the only thing we had in common. I just don't understand why he didn't restore the MPT connection. He invented the damn thing. And now it's just us. No one else is even trying. If we fail...
Remember what I told you. If it can be done, then we're going to do it. That's all we have to focus on. Go over your notes. Join us when you're ready.
All right. Causes of the blackout. Right. Secondly,
Wow. Maria was so optimistic. And she seems to have admired my father, at least before. My sis is a damn hero. It's pretty insane that Dad got this through the court. I don't even want to know how much that ticket cost. Replacing a mission specialist with a sick 5-year-old. What the heck was he thinking? Somehow, I have the sinking feeling that I should have memorized those. Well, there is always another try if we fail. Not like with that other rocket. Nothing in the lockers. Not even unspeakable alien life forms.
Good. You're in the control center. Get the rocket ready to launch as fast as possible.
New BM. Right up my alley.
Calculating new storm ETA. Claire? We have a problem. The storm is approaching faster than expected. Way faster. Time's running out. Keep going, Fortuna. We've been working too long to give up now.
Fuel valves, huh? At least, there aren't any Terminids around. Somehow, that wasn't unexpected. Nothing to click here, so I guess we'll have to get there on foot. No, where are those fuel valves? Piece of junk. No ledge grabbing, huh? I guess this is not Halo 11 after all. Let's go get that Chekhov's ladder.
Okay, the hydrogen valves are closed. Head back inside the control center to prime the rocket for launch. The rocket is primed. You have to launch now, before the dust storm destroys the rocket and everything we've worked for. Navigation systems online. We're nearly there. It's just like your training. You can do this. Initiate launch procedure. Ground launch sequencer started. Orbital access arm retracting. Be a little more careful.
New beam. Though the clunky controls sure aren't helping.
Be a little more careful. rocket navigation systems online. We're nearly there. It's just like your training. You can do this. Initiate launch procedure. Ground launch sequencer started. Orbital axis arm retracting. Perfect, just like was practiced. Auxiliary power units booting up. Gaseous oxygen vent arms safely in place. Sound suppression system engaged. Hydrogen burner system activated. Rocket boosters ready for ignition. Standing by for countdown. Rocket boosters ignition start. Engines ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, start. 1. We have liftoff!
Finally, took me long enough. Space music. That means we are in orbit. Jokes aside, that's probably a clue that I should be seeing something. Oh, here it is.
Astronauts made their way to the moon just 100 years ago. They knew an Earth full of life. All we know today is dust. If you can bring the MPT network back online, it could restore the hope humanity lost after the lunar colony fell. We could recover, rebuild, and most of all, start thinking about a future. You'll need to find the MPT transmitter at the Pearson space station. From there, the power signal was relayed to Earth. This was the final link in the MPT network before the blackout. If there are answers to find, they're at Pearson. Clear?
We need to head down to the shelter. These winds are getting bad.
Understood. Fortuna 1, this storm is going to jam radio contact. You'll be on your own for a while. To reach the station, you must...
That can is making me nervous. It is a projectile waiting to happen. I guess we're on our own from here on. No hand-holding in this game, but a lot of clues, if the latter is anything to judge by. What does that neatly highlighted lever do? I wonder. If I timed this wrong in real life, we would be on our way to oxygen deprivation and burning up in Earth's atmosphere a few orbits from now. was just the intro. Just how long is that game? Our space elevator's perfect for the moon. And no air drag, low gravity, no advanced materials required. Without it, landing on the moon is almost as expensive as going all the way out to Mars. That's easy. Don't know why the grown-ups get their pants in a knot about docking in orbit. I did this, like 1,000,000 times in Kerbal. No dramatic action here. I'm trying to pretend this is real space. Could have probably docked 10 times faster and it would have been okay, too. Why does this make me want to play against Corpus in Warframe all of a sudden? Oh, I bet it's the music. Sorry, I had to fast forward. This part was as fun as watching plants grow. Sis was clearly inspired by Space Star Dragonliner. You know what? I think this is a good spot to take a break. Press those buttons below and let me know in the comments what you think of this little pet project of mine. All complaints to worst of ear, you made me do it.